Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Before School podcast. I'm your host Mark, and today we have an amazing guest, Tomi Tanaka. She is 102 years old, almost 103, and she survived some of the most tumultuous, crazy, wild times in American history. She's Japanese American, and during World War II, America was fighting the Japanese and she had to go to internment camp. And so I thought it was really important to get her story today. There's not many people around today who can tell this story. But before we begin, I wanted to just give you a little bit of context about the Japanese internment and what happened to them in World War II. In the early 20th century, Japanese immigrants and their children built lives along the west coast of the United States. They farmed land, started businesses, and raised families. Many were American citizens by birth. They went to school, played sports, and called the U.S. their home. But in 1941, everything changed. On December 7th, 1941, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and the United States was thrust into World War II. Almost overnight, Japanese Americans, many of whom who had lived peacefully in the U.S. for decades, were viewed with fear and suspicion. Rumors spread that Japanese Americans might act as spies or saboteurs. There was no evidence for this. In fact, U.S. intelligence agencies had already concluded that there was no widespread threat. But fear is powerful, and fear often drives us to make decisions we later regret. In February 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066. It authorized the military to remove anyone they considered a threat from designated military areas. In practice, this meant forcing over 120,000 Japanese Americans, two-thirds of whom were U.S. citizens, from their homes on the West Coast. They were told to pack what they could carry. Families sold businesses, farms, and homes for a fraction of their value. Many lost everything overnight. Japanese Americans were transported to 10 internment camps in remote areas across the U.S., from California's desolate desert valleys to the mountains of Wyoming and Arkansas swamplands. They lived in barracks, often hastily built and poorly insulated. Barbed wire fences and armed guards surrounded the camps. Families were crammed into small rooms with little privacy. Food shortages, inadequate medical care, and harsh weather were constant struggles. Despite these conditions, internees tried to create normalcy. They built schools, planted gardens, started newspapers, and formed baseball leagues. Children grew up behind fences, while parents tried to hold on to dignity in an undignified situation. Ironically, even as their families were imprisoned, thousands of young Japanese American men volunteered or were drafted to fight for the U.S. in World War II. The most famous of these units was the 442nd Regiment Combat Team, composed almost entirely of Japanese Americans. They became one of the most decorated units in American military history, earning hundreds of medals for bravery. In 1945, the camps closed, and Japanese Americans were allowed to return to their communities. But many had no homes or jobs to go back to. Their property had been sold or taken. Families had to start over from scratch. There is also an anti-Japanese attitude across the U.S. Decades later, the U.S. government admitted that the internment was not about military necessity, but about racial prejudice and fear. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan signed the Civil Liberties Act, which issued a formal apology and provided reparations of $20,000 to each surviving internee. The story of Japanese American incarceration is a reminder of how quickly fear can override freedom, and how even well-intentioned policies meant to protect can cause profound harm. It asks us to reflect on a timeless question: how do we prevent fear and prejudice from undermining justice again? So with all that said, we're really excited to talk to Tomi Tanaka today. She's one of the last remaining survivors of those Japanese internment camps. And this topic is really near and dear to my heart because I'm half Japanese. Much of my family was in those internment camps. Both my grandparents were there. And they were full-blown U.S. citizens, but they lost everything. They had to get relocated. They could only bring what they could carry in a suitcase. It was really a dark chapter in American history, and I think we can learn a lot from it. And one of my biggest regrets is I never interviewed one of my grandparents, or I never really captured one of their stories in any way. So when I met Tomi Tanaka, I was thrilled because she was willing to come and tell her story. So without further ado, let's talk to Tomi Tanaka. We are rolling. Everything looks good. Hello, Tomi Tanaka. It is great to see you.
Nice to meet you.
This is a real honor to have you because I'm half Japanese, and a big part of my family is the history of World War II. And it is a rare experience to meet somebody that actually lived through it. And so I think it's really important to get your story today. So welcome.
Okay.
And so we're going to have some hearing issues today, possibly. So we have the questions written down so we can go through them. And so I'd love to just start with your backstory in America. Like, you were Japanese. How did your family come to America from Japan?
Well, that's one thing I don't remember. I'm sorry.
So you were born in America?
Pardon?
You were born in America?
Yes.
And what year were you born?
Pardon?
When were you born?
I was born in Reedley on January 28, 1923. In Reedley, that's near Fresno.
Wow, so you're over 100 years old.
I'm 102, and I'll be 103 in January.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So
I hope I live that long.
that's incredible. So you were born in America?
Yes.
And where were you born?
Born in Reedley.
Is that in California?
Yes, that's near Fresno.
Okay. And what did your family do?
Well, we were farmers.
Oh, great.
Picking grapes all the time.
So you grew grapes?
Yes.
And your parents were also born in America?
Yes. No, they were in Japan, and they came to America.
Do you know why they came to America?
I guess for a better life.
Yeah. Did they find that here?
Yes, I think so.
Great. Yeah. And so you were born in America, and you were a full American citizen.
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I had 9 in our family. 6 siblings and my mother and father.
Wow.
And there's only one left now in LA. And she's 94 years old.
So were you the oldest sibling?
Pardon?
Were you the oldest of your family, of your brothers and sisters?
Yes, after the war, we were all separated. All the family most of them went to Cleveland, and I went to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
And I worked for a family there in domestic. Anybody that had a job in camp were able to go out. So I saw this ad in the paper for domestic work for Mr. and Ms. Duke. Mr. Duke was vice president of the 3M company then. And so I worked for them about 2 years. And then I met my husband. He was teaching at the University of Minnesota, Japanese to the American soldier boys. I think it was Camp Savage, but at the university. And then I met him, and we got married in about a year.
Wow. I'm really curious about, what was your life like before World War II?
Just farming, all I think of is just picking grapes and putting them on trays. And that went on year after year. And
what was the attitude towards Japanese Americans in America?
I don't know. We didn't go out very much, but I remember just one time is when I was leaving we were waiting for the train to leave for Poston for the, camp. And my sister and I decided to go get an ice cream cone. So as we got it and was heading back to the train, someone in back of us, kids, said, "Good riddance, Japs." And that's the only time that I heard anything, prejudiced against us.
Really?
Yeah.
So I just want to...
Most of the time, everybody was very nice. They never saw any prejudice at all. Everybody was so nice and friendly.
That's good, because that's not what I hear from history. You see pictures of businesses putting signs out that say...
No. Well, I didn't get out much, so we were farmers, and And just we stayed home all the time. We never went out of the city very much, except maybe a few times. So we just farmers, poor farmers.
So you were pretty isolated then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so then your life before World War II was simple farming, not much racism.
No.
But then in 1941, the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor, kill about 3,000 American soldiers. And what changed?
Well, I remember that was the year we graduated, and they put all the students in the auditorium, and they had a little radio on the stage, and they had the bombing of Hawaii, and we all heard that. And that's the only thing I remember. But I don't know, everybody was real friendly, every place. They were very nice.
Okay, wow. So the Pearl Harbor happens, and do you realize that things are about to change for you, though?
No, I didn't. I was so young yet. I didn't think of those things.
And how old were you about that time?
About 17, around there. Yeah. But, I'm just a farm girl and never been anyplace, and so...
Okay, so then...
everything, when I left Ridley on a train, I was real excited. I didn't think about anything else. I was just excited to get out.
So we have here the U.S. government in 1942, May 15th, 1942, says that all Japanese on the west coast of America need to be rounded up, removed from their home, lose their business, lose their property. They can only bring what they can carry, and they have to get on trains or buses to these concentration camps.
Yes.
And so you found this to be exciting?
Yeah, I was excited because I never been out of the, we never went any place, and I was sort of excited. I was so young that I didn't think about, war, how it is, or something like that.
And were you with your family? Was your whole family moved together?
Yes.
Okay.
We all got on the train and left all together. All the Ridley people got on the train. And we all left for Poston, Arizona.
Poston, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And did it armed soldiers come?
I didn't see any then. No, I didn't even see them in camp. A lot of people saw them, with pistols and everything, but I didn't.
Wow. So the story and the pictures that I've seen a lot are armed soldiers, forcing Japanese people through barbed wire. And what you're saying is it's kind of an exciting, pleasant experience.
I shouldn't say that, but I will. Because I was just a farm girl, and I never been places, so everything excited me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you get to the camp,
yes.
Do you call it an internment camp or concentration camp, or?
I guess you call it concentration camp.
What was it like at camp?
Well, it was just barracks after barracks I saw, but our barrack was, when there's a lot of dust storms there, and it would just make our barrack all dusty, and it just came through the building, and it was okay, but I was excited too.
Wow.
Yeah, and my parents were in another barrack, and just us kids were all in another barrack. So we were separated, so I hardly saw my parents.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And these barracks, so I have a picture here of, this is Poston.
Yeah.
Does that look familiar?
Yes, it's just like that.
And so there's no running water, no electricity.
Well, and when we went there, I think there was water. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember. I think we had electricity. But I remember those barracks.
So the conditions were easy to handle, or was it difficult?
I didn't think of those things.
Wow.
I guess I was just too young. I was excited all the time, I think. And most of the girls in our barrack, in our section of the barracks, we all did make waitress work in the mess hall. Got paid $15 a month or something like that.
Wow. So you were able to earn money in the camp.
Yes. And in between time, we did a lot of we played baseball and basketball and flower arrangements, and so we had a lot to do. Yeah.
Was it a good community
Yes.
in the camp?
Yeah. Because our barracks in our section, we were all from the same town. Most of them were from our Ridley, So.
Wow. So it was like a tight community in there, and you did activities together. You earned money.
Yeah.
Did you meet your husband at the camp?
No, I went out with his sister from camp. Anybody that had a job were able to go out. So I saw this ad, and it was domestic work, but I was just out of high school. So I took the job and with my husband's sister, and then that's where I met him. He was teaching at the University of Minnesota, Japanese to the American soldier boys there. And we got married in about a year. And after the war, we came back we came back with the little baby with her, and then came down to Monterey because my brother-in-law had a gas station by the wharf, so my husband went to help him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in total, how long were you in camp for?
About 2 years, I think. Yeah.
And some people were in there for 4 years, 5 years, right?
Oh,
Much
where?
Some Japanese were in camp for much longer, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But because you took this job in Minnesota,
I got out early.
You got to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I think my grandparents did something similar where, they just didn't want Japanese by the West Coast. So if they could take a job in Ohio or Minnesota, they could leave camp. But many of my uncles volunteered to serve in the military, and they were sent to Germany and the European front to fight the Germans. Yeah.
Yeah, I know my husband was inducted into the Army, but when he was teaching, and so he went one day and came back to the same job.
Oh, really?
Teaching,
He only had to go to camp for one day.
So he doesn't even know how to salute.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't even, so.
Your husband never went to camp?
What?
Did your husband go to camp ever?
Yes, he was in the same camp.
Oh, Poston.
Yeah.
And you left to Minnesota together?
No, he was out earlier, I think, because I went out with his sister. I guess she didn't go out at the same time. So
it sounds like
but
you had a fairly good experience.
Yeah, I had.
But one of my questions here is, do you hate America for what they did to you?
I didn't even think of things like that. But I had such a happy life. All the way, it was, I don't know, it was just exciting. And to this day, I'm still having fun.
Aw, that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And, but I don't know, everything was exciting. I just had fun all the way. And even after we came back to Monterey, we started the nursery. My husband was helping my brother-in-law with the gas station at first, but then he started to garden. He didn't know anything about gardening. He went to USC for 3 years, but the war broke out, so he wasn't able to graduate. But anyways, he came back and helped my brother-in-law, and then went into gardening for a couple of years. And he met Mr. Berry, who owned the Berry Brothers feed store in town. He says, and then he told my husband, well, if you want to start something, I have a prime piece of land on Fremont Street, and you can use it to whatever you want. So my husband took the land, and we started a nursery, and he didn't know anything about the nursery business. He didn't know anything about plants. So he studied it every night and got to know the plants and everything. And he built the building and the patio, and because he was an engineer, and got all the plants in their acre and a half, and we started the business. And then at that time, there was a new subdivision going up right near our place, and nursery on Fremont, Delray Oaks subdivision. And then after they built that, all the professors at the Naval Postgraduate was coming in from Annapolis. I forgot what year that was, but they all came in, and many of them bought their houses in Delray Oaks, on the subdivision. And that year, it just rained and rained and rained, and made gullies and all over the, where the subdivision was, and it wasn't even landscaped yet. And so all the people, a lot of the people from Annapolis, they bought their houses there. They had to do a lot of landscaping and fix their yards up. So we really had a successful first year with all the people coming in. And and then after that, we were there for 20 years on Fremont Street, and really had a really good business all those years. And then my boss died, so we had to move out. The family wanted the property, so we bought the land on the triangle of Canyon Del Rey and Highway 68, which is a shopping center right now. But we were there for 20 years, and and we were very successful there too. But after my husband died, I sold the property and retired. And then went traveling all over, about 7 different countries, and really had an exciting time. And after that, we quit the nursery. I took up ukulele with the church group, and I took up art, and so I'm an artist. But I did a lot of things that I wanted to do. I still want to do more things, like play the piano and everything, but I guess it's too late now.
Is it though? It sounds like I've heard I just saw your painting.
What?
I just saw your painting. It's beautiful. Your watercolor painting.
Oh, well.
And I'm really impressed.
But I can't do it anymore because I'm half blind. So I can't see anymore. My last picture was last year, but that's about it. But,
wow. So it sounds like you have a really great attitude, though. Like I really admire that about you. It's like your whole life you've been very positive, and
I want to take up piano, but she says there's no room for piano, and it's too late. Joanne? Oh, she's not listening.
So just back to like your life after World War II, I'm curious, did you experience any racism or prejudice?
No, everybody's been so nice, except just one person that came into the nursery. He said something that I didn't like, but I didn't argue with him. He says that, well, maybe I shouldn't say this.
That's okay. You can say it. Yeah.
He says, I don't think any of the Japs deserve the 20,000. But I didn't have any comeback on that. I kept quiet. He was active. I guess he was a member of the PG Council. But I didn't like that, but I didn't argue with him.
So when he said the 20,000, was that reparations?
Yeah, everybody, all the Japanese got 20,000 after the war.
What year was that?
Oh, it was quite soon. I don't know when. I forgot what the date.
I think I heard it was the 80s, right? 1980s?
Probably. It was after. I really don't remember.
Okay, I can look it up and put it on the screen.
Yeah,
I believe I heard my grandma say it was in the 80s. So $20,000 in the 80s was quite a lot.
But that's the only time. But everybody that came to the nursery, they were all so friendly, and I really enjoyed talking to all of them. Mm-hmm.
And it's...
I just love people, and I really, I don't know.
Oh, Mom, could you mention your life in Minnesota where you were domestic at the Dukes?
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Duke gave me away. He's the vice president of the 3M company.
Oh, really?
He gave me away when I got married because my parents were still in camp. So since I was working for him, he gave me away.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, at the University of Minnesota. Yeah, I got married there.
That's beautiful.
And,
all right, so I have a few more questions here.
What?
I have a few more questions here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What advice do you have for the younger generations?
Oh, I think just spend a lot of time with your family and make a lot of friends and help other people as much as you can. And just be honest and things like that.
That's beautiful. I know a lot of younger people are struggling with depression, sadness, anxiety. Do you have any advice for them to feel good about their lives or find purpose?
I didn't understand the question.
Do you have advice on how to have a happy life? Like, what is the secret to a happy life?
Dr. Pepper.
Really? Dr. Pepper?
I know a girl that liked Dr. Pepper just like me, and the two doctors told her that if she keeps drinking Dr. Pepper, she's going to die. Well, today she's 102, real healthy, but the two doctors have died.
Oh my gosh. So do you drink Dr. Pepper every day?
Every day, about a pint a day, or maybe more sometime. And then about 2 weeks ago, my son and my daughter said it's too much caffeine, so they took it away. But then next couple of days, I had a headache and I just couldn't function. And then so I said I needed Dr. Pepper, and when I drank that, I was full of energy.
I'm sorry, I should have had a Dr. Pepper for you today.
What?
I should have brought a Dr. Pepper for you
I
today.
know.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, that's so good. So I have a lot of people drinking Dr. Pepper now.
And it seems like you've picked up a lot of hobbies.
What?
It seems like you've done a lot of traveling and hobbies later in life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, is that something that helps keep you going, keeps you going out?
Well,
Sorry, let me rephrase the question. I have a good question. What is the importance of church or religion in keeping a happy life?
I read the Bible almost every day, and I really enjoy it. My son takes me to church every Sunday, almost, and when I'm feeling good, and it just makes me feel good when I go to church. I just feel so close to God, and even if I can't hear too good, just sitting there with friends and hearing Wayne speak, it just really helps me go through the day, and and I just enjoy people too. I just like to socialize and, like to be with people. And since I joined the church, since I think I really got interested in church when I was about 94, I guess. I was going to church all that time. When I was young, my father and mother were Salvation Army, and they used to have meetings at different homes all the time. But I really never took it seriously. And when I went to church, I think I just went to see friends and have a good time. But when I came to El Estero, it just changed my life. When Pastor Ted was there, I think it was in the early 90s, it really changed me. Yeah.
Yes, having a community, friends, a place where you can worship God is very important. And that's where I met you, at church.
Oh!
Yeah. And I brought my little baby daughter. And,
yes, you were the one. Oh,
yeah, and you held her, and it was really amazing to see.
She's the cutest baby that I've ever seen. It's really beautiful.
Thank you. Well, I have a picture of you two together, and I sent that to my whole family, and they loved that. Yeah. So, I really admire your attitude, and I'm learning a lot about, I'm thinking about family and how to have a good, healthy, long life. So.
Yeah, family is so important. When my daughter had 2 operations on her heart the early part of the year, my son came over. She was my caregiver. But then after she had her heart operation, she was in hospital for a month and a half. And my son came over and took care of me. He took out the trash, cooked for me, took me to the hospital every day. And it just amazed me what he could do. It's just wonderful.
Wow, that's amazing. So you don't have any resentment in your heart for what the U.S. government did to you?
No, I didn't think about that, no.
Do you know other Japanese people who do
I think I heard about it, how they really resent it, but I was always excited. I just didn't think about those things. I was young, and I was just happy to get away from the farm. It was so exciting. Every place I went, I traveled all over and met new friends, and I belonged to the ukulele group in church. There was about 15 of us, and we went to different homes and played for them, and all the people that came to hear us, they really enjoyed it. Yeah. And I took drums, and they and they enjoyed that too.
And your art?
My art was really, I really enjoyed that. And I think, I hate to brag, but I won about 4 or 5 prizes at the first place in the Monterey County Fair. And that was really nice.
That's amazing. I'm going to have to put some of your art on the screen in the video while we're talking. Because I saw some of your art and it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried my best.
So it sounds like having friends, family, community, worshiping, a place of worship, Dr. Pepper, and yeah, just a great attitude leads to a very happy, healthy, long life. Would you say?
Yeah.
That's great. Are you optimistic about the future?
Yes. I hope I live to be 103. I want to do so many things, but right now I'm half blind, so I can't do very much. I try to read. I love to read, but I could read just a little bit, and that's it. And I can't hear too well either. So it's there's not much I can do. I have to try to find something that I can do it when I go a little more. And I know that it's getting worse, so I have to find something that I can do when I'm maybe blind.
Well, I think they do have, you said you wanted to play piano. I believe they do have pianos where you can, maybe they have, something that you can touch sensory on the keys. Yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of instruments here, and I do feel like playing instruments is really good for your mind, staying sharp and keeping you excited, learning new skills.
I think I could do some things yet, but I have to see. I think every night, but...
Well, I really am grateful for your time. Last week I asked, would you like to tell your story on camera? And you said yes. And I was amazed that you said yes. So I'm really grateful for you and your time. And thank you for sharing. And I'm sure this conversation will provide value to some people, younger people listening.
Yeah. Just don't give up. Just, try your best and make new friends. You could always make new friends, no matter what. And I like to socialize, so I like to invite people over and, and just talk to them. Just so much fun.
That's nice. Well, anytime you want to invite me over.
Oh, you're invited over anytime.
Yeah, thanks. Well, this has been a great conversation, and I really appreciate you. Tomi Tanaka, thank you so much for coming. And
I'm so sorry. I'm not as sharp as I should be, but I tried.
Oh, you did great. You did great. This is going to be an amazing conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this one. Take care.
Thank you very much.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I think I goofed a lot.
No. I was really kind of amazed that, I thought you were going to talk more about how hard things were, but I was really amazed by how, positive you were about the whole.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old were you then, Mom, at that time? You said you were young and you didn't understand what was going on. How old were you?
She just graduated from high school, so
She wasn't that young then. Yeah.
she actually didn't know that much of what was going on.
Yeah. I guess maybe it sounded like she was almost sheltered and kind of naive.
When you're on a farm and don't go anyplace,
Yeah.
it's really...
Here, I'll get you out.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't too hard, right?
No, that worked out really good. I'm surprised that she held up for an hour.
Careful. Was it an hour?
Yeah.
That's
It was 36 minutes.
Oh, 36 minutes? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I think we got everything pretty quick. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So can we, how long does it take you to edit it?
Yeah.